Won't you buy me?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hops Geek News. We are back a day late. I apologize. We are here for Star Wars month. Had a busy week last week. I was out in Disney. We were there for May the 4th. So we didn't get to record in time. And now we are putting out episode 320 today, The Life and Death of Darth Maul. So spoilers ahead for the Darth Maul animated series that's out there, Star Wars Rebels, Clone Wars, Phantom Menace. If you haven't watched that for whatever reason, we are going to dive into Darth Maul, talk all about that pesky Sith Lord that was cast aside by Darth Sidious himself. But like, subscribe, share, follow, wherever you find your podcasts, wherever you get your social media content, we're there. We did get to go to Galaxy's Edge. It was a lot of fun. It was packed to the nines. But hey, we got to go to the cantina even. And I, made a mistake.
It's a life-day miracle.
It was. We all individually somehow got cantina reservations the day of. And you know what? Sometimes the stars align for you. And the stars were aligned that trip.
Aligned. Yeah.
True. The Force was
we had more than one life-day miracle. Oh, and we walked on to Smuggler's Run. That was insane.
And I even got Rise of the Resistance. And the wait, we both did, because the ride was down. And I said, I'm going to go wait by the front for it to come back up. You happen to walk up. It opened. We waited like 20 minutes tops and got to do that ride when the wait was like 90 minutes at least the whole day. It was incredible.
But the Smuggler's Run was absolutely insane. So to anybody who wants to go on that, because everybody congregates around the Millennium Falcon with their lightsabers. So nobody was in line for the ride. And there was 8 of us, and for 7 of us, I think at that point, and we just walked on to Smuggler's Run. I've never just walked on.
First time too, when she got to be a pilot and everything. It was awesome.
Even during COVID, I did not walk on to that. Yeah, that was crazy. That was nuts.
It was truly a thing of miracles.
I was a gunner.
I was a pilot. Deborah was a pilot, shout out to her. And yeah, it was great. We got into the cantina. I got their DJ Rex cup. I was expecting, I never bought their tiki cups before, because I usually get a beer. And I bought the DJ Rex cup.
DJ Rex, so cute. It is solid.
That cup is awesome. It is solid. I didn't expect like a 5-pound ceramic cup, but that drink was delicious. And the cup I have, it's awesome. I love it.
It is quite beautiful.
The goose.
But I did buy stuff behind you.
I do, and I did get the purple Kyber crystal. I really dig how the purple looks on the lightsabers. I was switching between that and the red, and we had the little tiny lightsabers that we got, which was really fun too, from the drinks at Docking Bay there.
Maybe next week we put them in our beers, because we don't have beers today.
Oh yeah, good call. I like the way you think, but no, overall, really great experience. It was a bucket list experience for me, to say the least. And I know, Lauren, you had really only done it once before, but at that time, like, Star Wars wasn't.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah, well, this time we get to do it, and we even lightsaber battled there. So, yeah.
Yes.
Don't have a whole lot of what we've been reading or watching this week. Other than, actually, I do have a couple things I want to talk about. I've been watching Running Point, and if you've never, season 2's out. There's about 30-minute episodes. I want to say there's like 10 episodes maybe total. I could be wrong, a little bit more. It's got Kate Hudson. She's in it. She has taken over the basketball, the Los Angeles Waves. So basically the Lakers of this universe. And season 2 is just following that along. And it's really good. I love the humor. There's a little bit of drama in there. Really, really like that show. If you're a fan of Kate Hudson, if you're looking for something to watch out there, cannot recommend Running Point enough. Like I said, quick 30-minute episodes. 2 seasons out now. And then I started Man on Fire, starring Yahya
Wonder Man.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did you ever watch the Denzel Washington 2004 movie?
Yeah, I watched that years ago. Josh actually watched the new one. When he came up, I was like, oh, that's Wonder Man.
Yeah. Well, it's based on the novels. It's vastly different than the movie. Denzel, because I was expecting, we're just going to rehash the movie. No. My dude used to be an operative. He has PTSD. His team died, but his friend drags him down to Brazil. Obviously, some stuff happens. Now he's protecting somebody, and he's so good in this role. The action is freaking sick, and I wasn't expecting them to show as much of the action as they do, because there's parts where there's some torturing things. It's like fingers getting cut off, and they don't pull away from that. And I was kind of surprised in a pleasant way. but he's very calm, cool, collected. He plays like this really soft spoken, warm character while being a badass. The action's dope. It's 7 episodes and they're about 45 minutes each. So really, this is the first season. I'm all aboard. This that show freaking rocks. I gotta text Josh now. I know that he watched it. I could be like, yo, I was watching it too, and I can talk with him about it. We can start our own Man on Fire. But that's I did you watch Lord of the Flies on there yet? Do you see Lord of the Flies is on Netflix? Oh no, we lost her.
So we started the new Lord of the Flies. I think we both fell asleep, but I've never seen the original or read it. I know
Ooh.
of it because it's mentioned in so many other things. But
See,
we
I
did
read
start
the
it.
books, or I read the
Well, I know
book, I should say. I watched the movie. Gets pretty crazy.
I've heard people compare it to Yellow Jackets. It's like the difference between boys and girls when they like crash on, well, not on an island because in Yellow Jackets they're in like Alaska or something, but
I
just like having no
would
adult
say that's fair.
supervision and survival instincts kick in the way that, a group of girls would do it versus a group of boys. That's what I've heard. But again, I haven't finished it, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
I started the first episode and fell asleep, but that's all I've watched so far, like 10 minutes or something like that.
I didn't even know it was a
I remember,
series.
yeah,
So
it's
we
just
didn't even
4 episodes,
finish
I
episode
think.
one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all it is. Well, sweet. That's all I've got. Is there anything that you've caught up on before we move into a couple pieces of news?
I mean, The Boys, but all our coverage for that is over on Nerd Initiative. Yeah,
Yeah,
we get the finale next week, and I am
it's over.
terrified and excited. Don't say it like that. That's so sad. It's over.
Oh, we got Vought
It's over.
Rising.
Yes, I'm very excited for Bot Rising, of course. I'm really curious. And like, I've just finished the comic book again, and like how the comic book ends. I mean, they could do part of that in the show, but some of it
Yeah,
they can't do because it wouldn't make any sense to be exactly, but they kind of could too. I feel like I'm just spinning in circles. I have no idea. I don't want to make any predictions because I don't want to be right and I don't want to be wrong.
yeah. No, that's fair. I don't even know how it could possibly wrap up, to be honest with you.
I know, in
I'll have
one
to say,
episode.
I truly don't know how they're going to do that. So I guess we're going to have to, we'll recap it and we'll find our thoughts out next week, I guess.
Oh, I can't believe
But
it's
yeah,
so
speaking of the
soon.
boys, they're doing the finale on May 19th. So a night early, and then it's even going to be in 4DX. Are you going to go see the 4DX show where
I
Homelander is
think
going to
I
beat you up?
might. I kind of want to. So I'm going to see if I can try to go. It's a Tuesday night, so it's a little hard. But yeah, the AMC
Ah,
theaters are doing 40X. But I guess it's similar to what they did with Stranger Things, where you don't buy a ticket, you buy like a concession voucher or something to
what?
like reserve your seat. I don't know. I got to look into this because, yeah,
I'll
I
have
got
to
to
look
figure it
into it
out.
too. I wonder if it's doing it near me. Maybe I'll get Chris to go that night. We'll see, because I'm already going to a concert Monday night, and there might be a Comic Con this. I'm gonna be tired. But speaking of which, I actually saw Carl Urban in Mortal Kombat this past week, and that movie rocked. And I forgot that Carl Urban, like, he's so baby faced because they shaved his face for that movie, so it was weird seeing without a beard.
Aw. And he's not saying,
Yeah, it was
"Oi."
weird. Yeah, no, he was an
And
American
see you
accent.
next
He was like
Tuesday.
thin, and it's very weird because I always feel like Billy Butcher's like kind of
They
bloated
make
because
him
he's an alcoholic
bigger.
and stuff, you know. So
Well, he's also always wearing the trench coat, and now he's got
yeah, yeah.
tentacles, and yeah, they're always trying to make him seem a little bit bigger than he is.
He seemed a lot older and stuff, but yeah, no, I'm gonna try to go to that too. 40X I don't have, but if Carl Urban doesn't come out and punch me in the face, then did it even count anyways? But
I just want to
we
see
are
what
getting
Soldier Boy does. It'll be interesting to see how they wrap up Soldier Boy in this because he's getting a prequel. Like they can do whatever they want with him because it just doesn't matter. I mean, they
that's
can kill
true.
him, they can keep him alive.
I doubt they kill
Maybe
him,
he'll
but who
be
knows?
head of the seven. I don't know.
Yeah. Are they even, I don't know, man. Stop. I can't. All right. Scrubs is getting another season. That
Yeah,
I'm excited for. I hope it's more than 9 episodes because I really enjoyed Scrubs season 1.
nice. I haven't finished it.
That's
I
all.
only watched the first episode. Oh, it's good.
Well, you'll get to it. Put it on while you're painting all those rooms. I don't know. Maybe.
The rooms are painted. They're done.
Oh, well, there you go. So, all right. Well, the moment like all two of you have been waiting for, Star Wars is here, and we're going to talk about the life and death of Darth Maul. So, Darth Maul is a Zabrak from the planet Dathomir, born in 54 BBY, which for you folks is before the Battle of Yavin. That's where the witches from Ahsoka are also from, and his mother was a witch, or what we also know as the Night Sisters of Dathomir. He was taken by his master, Darth Sidious, as a baby, who raised him as a Sith, And everybody thought the Sith were extinct. So that's where we kind of pick up with him in the Phantom Menace, which is 32 BBY. We first meet him. He's apprentice. He doesn't talk at all. He's out here just for the love of the game, trying to run down a little young Jake Lloyd, Anakin Skywalker with his little speeder bike. He does some cool flips. And then it altered my brain chemistry when that man just pulled off his cloak and hit us with the double lightsabers. And I said, "Oh, you can do that?" And it didn't go so well for him because he had 2 lightsabers, and then he also got cut in 2 by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ew.
Hey,
He's half the man he used to be.
yeah, all Sith are half off today, folks. Why don't you go ahead and take us into the Clone Wars after Sidious replaced him with Count Dooku?
Yes, so he is, presumably dead. Meanwhile, Sidious has let him rot. Clone Wars 20 BBY. He managed to survive after Sidious ditched him. Now half the man he used to be. He's found on Lothal Minor. His mother had sent his brother Savage Opress to find him. Maul has gone full Mrs. Nesbitt at this point, and he has spider legs, and his best friend is a talking snake. The only coherent thing he actually manages to say
ridiculous.
Is a Jedi took my legs. I must have revenge. His brother gets him home to Mother Talzin, who's able
Darth
to
Maul,
fix.
You ain't got no legs.
I got malt legs. That's a shout out to a beer done by Rockpit that I think I mention every May because it's such a good can. And he has little malt legs on the can, and he's sitting next to Forrest Gump. Okay, so complete with new legs, his craziness is gone. All he needed was a little bit of hocus pocus. He then tells his brother that the Force feels off balance, and he learns that the Clone Wars have begun without him.
Oh,
he feels robbed of what he could have been, thanks to Kenobi. So Savage, not Savage, Savage and Maul go to get their revenge on Kenobi. To do this, they need to lure the Jedi out, and they do that by killing a ton of people on Raydonia. Then they send a hologram to the Jedi Temple telling Obi-Wan to come meet them outside. He's like, hey, come meet me outside. We're gonna handle this outside. Mace Windu's like, I don't think that's a great idea. Maybe you shouldn't go. Obi-Wan's like gonna do it anyways. He says he has to finish the job since apparently he half-assed it last time.
Ooh, he did.
So Ventress learns what's going on and knows there is a bounty on Savage's head, so she goes too. Once on Raydonia, Obi-Wan is quickly taken out. However, before the torturing to death can begin, Ventress saves his life. Oh, when does this take place? It definitely takes place before Dark Disciple. Never mind. So that makes sense.
It does, yes.
So Ventress shows up. She was actually a stowaway. So she taunts the brothers, finds Obi-Wan, and lends him a lightsaber. So it's a very unexpected team up because they had always been going at each other beforehand. So it's Obi-Wan and Ventress versus the brothers. However, it ends in a stalemate and everyone goes their separate ways. Maul still needs his revenge, but he's a little calmer now. He got to have a little dashing of Obi-Wan.
Right?
He got a little bit out of his system. The brothers continue their murdering and pillaging. They even recruit some of Hondo's crew and attack the others. Obi-Wan and Adi Gallia, another Jedi, show up. Savage kills the other Jedi, but loses an arm. So he's now down an arm. So, between the two of them, they only got
chopped off left and right.
3 limbs. Yeah, between the two of them, they got three. No, they have more than that.
Do you need a hand?
He doesn't have much to spare. Savage kills the other Jedi, loses his arm. Maul is pissed. So he force pushes Obi-Wan away and takes his brother off to get some medical attention. So that's good. He at least is more concerned about his brother's well-being than his revenge. So Hondo and his pirates were none too pleased with all of this, and they then attack. The brothers survive, though. However, a group of Mandalorians called the Death Watch finds them and decides to help them. Pre Vizsla is currently the leader at the time of the Death Watch, and when Maul came to, he was ready to fight. Bo-Katan then threatened Savage, and he's like, calm down, or Savage gets it. So Maul then explains that there were the Sith, but they were not connected to Dooku, and that they were recently attacked by Kenobi. Maul agrees to help Death Watch by taking back Mandalore. Do you see where we are? Do you want to take over?
I do. So Maul manages to get some help. He tells Pre Vizsla that his ultimate plan is to rule a crime family because all he wants to do is a little bit of bad stuff with his family. Maybe he should have joined Dominic Toretto. Now, Mandalore's going to help, and now it's time to take Mandalore. Maul, Savage, the Black Sun, and the Pikes attack as Death Watch shows up to look like the heroes. They save the day. They make the Duchess Satine look all bad. Oh no. Unfortunately, though, Pre Vizsla isn't very happy with Darth Maul, so they throw him in prison which Maul escapes and challenges Pre Vizsla to a duel for the dark saber, which is like a big thing in Mandalorian lore. And they
Until
fight,
it's not.
and then Darth Maul cuts his head off. And now Darth Maul gets to rule Mandalore with the dark saber. Would you look at that? Bo-Katan and others dip while some of the Death Watch stay by his side. Satine, the queen, who's also Bo-Katan's sister, and not Obi-Wan Kenobi's side chick, Lauren. They're like lovers, okay? Gets a message to Obi-Wan Kenobi, and unfortunately, Duchess Satine gets recaptured. Kenobi saves the queen.
She's his side chick to the Jedi. The Jedi is his wife, essentially, his spouse. He's not supposed to be seeing
to the Republic. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, even Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's why Obi-Wan could have understood where Anakin was coming from. Okay, he's come on, man. Okay, listen. In an alternate universe, the four of them are just raising their kids together on the planet Naboo. I don't know.
Double dating.
They could. Now, Satine gets killed by Darth Maul using the lightsaber in front of Kenobi to inflict maximum pain. Now, Bo and her Night Owl Renegade end up freeing Kenobi, to which Darth Sidious shows up because he heard about Darth Maul ruling Mandalore, and guess what? That ain't really jiving for Darth Sidious and his plans for the galaxy. So he ends up fighting him. Sidious kills Savage. Maul gets, beat up after trying to lure Dooku to his side against Sidious, and Dooku didn't go. And then Darth Maul had to sacrifice herself to save him once again from Darth Sidious and Grievous. Maul ends up going back to Mandalore to lick his wounds. While there, he kind of beefs up the Shadow Collective, forges ties with the Black Sun and the Pikes to join the Crimson Dawn. Ahsoka is just there chilling the whole time. She's just spying. She'd be doing stuff. Which takes us to 19 BBY, the Clone Wars, where we pick up with Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka, where they learn that she has found Bo-Katan, and
they know where Maul is.
Bo-Katan have found Darth Maul on Mandalore. So this is tough, Lauren. Why don't you take us here?
So Anakin sees this as fate. This is why Ahsoka left the Jedi Order, so they could finally capture Maul for good together. As they await approval from the Jedi Council to go to Mandalore and help Bo, they get notice that General Grievous has attacked Coruscant.
Oh.
Hello there. Obi-Wan favors Coruscant over Mandalore. Is pissed and has him take some of the troopers with Ahsoka. Obi-Wan does give the heads up that he once killed Maul, and it didn't stick, so maybe capture him instead. The battle begins on Mandalore. Ahsoka finds Maul, who was hoping for Kenobi. Maul tells Ahsoka that soon the Jedi and the Republic will no longer be the controlling interest in the galaxy. Yep. He tells her Darth Sidious will take over. He then manages to escape. Ahsoka learns the Jedi have heard about all of this nonsense and haven't done anything about it other than spying on Palpatine.
Freaking Mace Windu, you bum, you stupid idiot Jedi.
He might still be alive. We're still waiting for that spinoff. But since Dooku is dead, they're never going to get any more info from him. So, womp womp. Maul and Ahsoka can both sense the shift in the dark side when Annie becomes Vader, and despite Maul's attempt to bring Ahsoka to his side, she captures him instead. He always makes really good points, and this is why he's such a complicated character. But yeah,
he's just caught up in revenge and stuff. So I just, he's a bad guy, but also,
and he's always trying to manipulate children.
Yeah, so maybe he's not the best guy, but I'm just saying, man, maybe I deal with Darth Maul, who I've seen to beat a few times. Let's team up to take care of the bigger bad guy. Maybe he actually has
the enemy of my enemy.
I'm just saying, okay, let's hear this man out. What's happening? Okay. Instead, she goes, she captures him. And when they go to talk to Darth, Mace Windu, he just basically is like, listen here, citizen. So, Mace, this is kind of this is your fault, dude. I'm just saying, if Mace Windu just heard her out, they were going to get the full information. But he didn't.
I mean, so many what ifs. With Maul tied up, Rex lets Ahsoka know the council is waiting for her. She doesn't tell them what Maul said, and now she has to live with that because she could have given them another warning. With Maul captured, we then see Palpatine execute Order 66 to Rex, which Rex is shaking, and he's trying to fight the command, and he just says to Ahsoka, find fives. With that info, Ahsoka is able to free his mind, and they try to save everyone else. So she frees Maul as a distraction.
It's so sad, man, because the ship, and then Maul gets out, and the ship's crashing, and the ship crashes, and all the dead clone troop. Oh my god, that is the saddest 2 episodes of any TV it gets me every time. All right. I'll say it's like the saddest 2 episodes ever of anything. Okay. I'll say. Anyways, Darth
Give me a
Maul,
moment.
Shadow Lord. Like,
Moment of silence.
Darth Maul. Ah, man. Dang.
All right, yeah. Shadow
All
Lord.
right. We start with Darth Maul getting more control over
Over.
Spice. She's stuck on Janix thanks to the Empire. Dryden Voss of the Crimson Dawn wants
You
to
know what he
sit
wants?
down
What he
with
really,
him.
really wants?
Yep.
He wants
And
control over
agrees
this
to
place.
rescue Maul and a few of his friends in exchange for taking out Voss's boss, so he can run the Crimson Dawn. In the end, Maul has a new Jedi Padawan to train after her master, spoiler, was killed by Darth Vader. Her name is Devin, and she went instantly to the dark side after he died, and Maul even handed over one of his red sabers mid-battle for her to embrace the rage.
Like the second she turned, he's like, gotcha.
Well, I mean, he kind of like knew what was happening. He left our boy out there, fighting Vader. They were doing great, man. This is again this season was pretty sick. All right, I know that you feel a little bit differently, but I really liked. I guess they kind of sold it weird because you think that he is going to be just strictly taking over crime syndicates, and then it turns into, oh shit, Darth Vader. But I liked how they included the Inquisitors. That was fun. And the Inquisitors actually felt kind of menacing. And the Empire wasn't even at this planet. So freaking Two Boots, that stupid snitch, had to go out there. And then he brought the
Hey, he
Empire to this
redeemed
planet.
himself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he killed Lawson. Well, he didn't kill him. He got him
Nick.
killed because he called the Empire down, man.
Right. But in the end, he saved the kid. And that's what Lawson wanted.
Did. And I feel bad, like Lawson died, which is really sad. And then the Jedi, you knew the Jedi Master was going to die, like straight up. You knew he was going to die.
It's interesting. He's like, get him to his mom, but his mom's for the Empire.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's what's going to keep him safe. I mean, but who knows? We're getting into season 2, but I thought the final 3 episodes were really just nothing but nonstop fighting. And Darth Maul really makes some really good points to Devin again. He was like, the Jedi's arrogance were their downfall. Hey man, like my master cast me out. I know what it's like. I would never do that to you. But also he is coaxing children into like joining him or whatever. Child soldiers, that whole thing. So
He's all about grooming. I mean, Ezra, Devin, yeah, Ahsoka was a little too mature for him at that point.
Yeah. So what was your thoughts though on this?
I mean, it was good. For me, a lot of times the cartoons are just harder for me to get sucked into. Like it took me a while to fall in love with Rebels and Clone Wars. And so it felt, and like these Disney episodes are so short. So I feel like it doesn't really give you a lot of time to get fully sucked in. But I mean, there were some scenes that were absolutely beautiful, like some like watercolor backdrops it looked like. And I do wish they had Paul Bettany voice Voss because, he plays him. Like that would have been, I feel like I love when they do that. Or even the guy who voices Obi-Wan, he sounds like Ewan McGregor, so he kills it. But like, I feel like it creates more consistency through the live action and the animated when it's the same voice as the actor.
Who knows? Maybe he'll be there
I'm sure.
Season 2, but
he's probably filming Doomsday right now, or I don't know.
What's Paul Bettany doing? He's not out there being Vision, so like.
Oh yeah, they're doing the White Vision. Is that happening?
I don't even know.
I don't know either.
I really enjoyed like Vader. They fought Vader a lot longer than I expected. I didn't expect Vader to really show up, and when he did, like he took damage.
This guy.
Well, Vader like showed up, like he pulled that. Oh my god, he pulled Maul's right hand woman out into the fog. You just hear her screaming. And you're like, oh,
dude, I thought she was getting eaten by a creature.
He was strangling her to death. That was gnarly.
Yeah, but when you heard like the crack, like I thought she was getting eaten, and I was not expecting Vader to come out. I thought it was gonna be some giant weird alien.
I mean, it was Darth Vader. He waltzes out. They got the lightsabers going, and he was one-handed. And then he realized, like, oh damn, everyone's going at me. All right, we're gonna two-hand this. And not shout out to Devin too. She held her own against those Inquisitors pretty well. Like she was kind of a badass fighting at the same time. But
she did.
Darth Maul really was like, let me go watch. He's gonna die. She's gonna get mad. Let me just take a breather. Well, Maul also, his legs were pretty destroyed at this point, so I don't know how much more he got left in him because he was all jacked up too.
He kept having the little electrical like and like shaking his leg out.
Because he got just like all the rubble on him, and then Darth Vader like hacked at his leg, and it's like dang. And then you saw, I thought this was a good callback when Darth Vader was like taking the two-handed and just like whacking and whacking and whacking at our Jedi Master. That's very Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. Luke does that to Darth Vader. So I thought that was really cool. And it really shows his, like when the anger is taken over, he was just hacking and hacking. And that's ultimately what overcomes our poor Jedi Master. But that Luke does that to him. And that's what cuts his hand off in Return of the Jedi. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was just
You can always
straight
tell when
anger.
Vader's taking it serious or not, because if he's one-handed out here, he's not taking it serious. But when that man got two hands on a lightsaber, you just know shit's about to go down.
Better watch out.
Exactly.
Yep.
So yeah, I thought it was great. All right, I thought it was awesome. So why don't you take us into Solo real quick, because we do get to see him in Solo briefly.
Yes, so Solo is 13 BBY. We see Maul via a hologram in this, and it's actually voiced by Sam Witwer, even though it is the other guy who's actually played him in episode 1. So that's a cool way of connecting the show in the movies.
Yeah. Ray Park plays the character, and then
Ray
Sam
Park.
Witwer. I was hoping we would get more live action Maul, which I'm okay, I guess, if we don't. But I was really excited for that one. Solo's a good movie, man. Solo's underrated. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, okay. So Kira calls him to inform him that Tobias Beckett killed Dryden Voss and stole his shipment of coaxium. Voss was played by Paul Bettany. Maul tells her to come to Dathomir so that they can figure what to do next. Maul is actually the true leader of Crimson Dawn.
What's right. Up? Is what's her name, like the captain, like of
Kira?
Yeah, well, the
Khaleesi?
Actress whose name I just all of a sudden blanked on. Yes, I mean
Khaleesi.
Between Secret Invasion that never actually happened in this, it's
Daenerys Targaryen.
big setups for things that are about to happen that never actually happen for her character that just get left for, whatever.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Secret Invasion.
Didn't actually happen, but like the fever dream I had when I was really sick, and I was like, oh wow, that's her. So, but yeah, like it's just.
Will we ever know what happened to Rhodey?
And then nothing ever happens with her character, and I just no, probably not. Well, probably not. We don't even know who Rhodey is anymore. So,
nope. All right. Well, now we're on to 3 BBY. Why don't you, Star Wars Rebels.
We are Twilight Princess. So Ahsoka, Ezra, and Kanan are headed to Malachor, which is off limits to Jedi because it's where the Sith holocron is. Once they arrive, Ezra touches something that he shouldn't have. This is where they fall into the Sith temple. Their goal is to learn about their enemy so as to defeat them. And suddenly they're attacked by an Inquisitor. Then Chopper, our favorite space terrorist, saves them because he is the best droid in the galaxy. The Inquisitors are out there hunting a shadow. Who could it be?
What?
Well, lo and behold, he's old and decrepit. It's Darth Maul coming out, and he tells Ahsoka he's only Maul now, and not Darth Maul, and he wants to help them.
Touch nothing but the lamp.
Ahsoka, she ain't buying what he's selling, nor should she. Nope. So Maul and Ezra get the Sith holocron. Maul says that Vader will be here soon. However, Maul then tries to corrupt Ezra because he just loves corrupting children. He ends up blinding Kanan, and just Maul, whatever. Still some Darth in him.
Just Maul.
Escapes in his ship.
Just Jack. It's not Darth Maul. It's just Jack.
It's Maul. Only to later to attempt to corrupt Ezra again, as he does, because he kidnapped some of the crew of the Ghost. And now Kanan's name
Ezra's buying it a little, though. I mean, when so does Devin.
Well, I mean, he saw Vader.
Gotta talk to your kids about Sith Lords, people. You gotta warn them.
Come on, man. Stop meeting weird strangers.
I guess Kanan and Hera did warn him about Maul, and he's still...
I'm just saying, these children, okay? Don't give in to your anger. Don't do this. What are they first thing to do? I'm going to do it. I don't know.
It's like, you better not date that boy. I'm going to do it.
Now, Maul wants the Sith and the Jedi holocron. He's instructing Kanan and Ezra to get them for him. Eventually, both the holocrons are open. Ezra sees twin sons. Kanan tells him to close his eyes, and Maul yells that he lives.
He lives.
Who could it be? As a result of the holocrons, Ezra and Maul were connected, and they then went to the Night Sisters' lair, where we see Maul's home with all sorts of crazy stuff, including the Darksaber. Maul then finds Obi-Wan on Tatooine using some of his Night Sister hocus pocus, timey-wimey, whatever with Ezra, because he's the key to destroying the Sith. As the Ghost Night Sisters demand their blood for more answers, Sabine and Kanan arrive, disappointed as to why Ezra chose Kanan and Sabine, or disappointed as to why Ezra chooses, Kanan and Sabine. Maul dips off to Tatooine. And what happens for our man?
A delightful reunion.
It does.
The end of an era. Rebels, not season 2. Rebels 2 BBY. So he wonders why. Maul's like, why could Obi-Wan be on this desert planet? It doesn't make sense.
What are we doing out here, man? Why are you out here in the desert? You hate sand.
He's protecting someone by being there. So lightsabers are up. He finds Obi-Wan just like chilling in the desert with a fire. And he's like, why could you be here? Someone is here. So Obi-Wan takes him out really quick. It's really not very much
it's not even a fight. He just like sidesteps and
And And then he gently catches him so he doesn't fall, and he
It's
caresses
beautiful.
him and holds him and is, there with him as Maul dies. And Maul's last words, he asks him, "Hey, is this the chosen one you're protecting?" And Obi-Wan's like, "Yes." And so Maul's very last words are, "He will avenge
It's
us."
beautiful. This is cinema, man. Like, this is so beautiful. These two enemies who have hated each other since 1999,
I don't
they
think
come to their
Kenobi
end.
even hates him anymore. I
Like
think he's just
Kenobi
like
feel I think Kenobi just
annoyed by him.
feels bad, but also Maul killed his girl. He killed his master.
Oh, he
Kenobi
did
cut
kill
his
his
legs
girl.
off. Listen, I'm just saying, but they're both products of their systems, right? The Sith chew you up and spit you out. The Jedi were corrupt and ended up chewing up Kenobi and spitting him out in a different way because they corrupted and didn't listen to Anakin and the way they treated him. So here they are, two opposite sides of the spectrum, and now they're just so tired. Maul
Older and wiser.
understands that, like, hey, I'm just so full of rage that I don't know how to stop being so full of rage. And Kenobi just feels compassion at all times. And that's why they have this beautiful moment together. These two foes that, who knows, maybe could have been boys in a different life. And it's just like, hey, I finally killed you. And Maul's just like, man, thank God, I'm tired of this shit. Okay. I am so tired. And then he dies. And it's very beautiful as we learn that Luke is the chosen one, man. And I don't know. It's just a very poetically beautiful scene to me.
Yep. And then
You're
Luke
welcome,
ruins it
everybody.
all when he goes to kill Kylo and then doesn't. And
Oh, don't eat. No. Anyways, yep, that's it.
that's
The end
Darth
for him.
Maul.
Darth Maul. That's Darth
That's the
Maul.
life and death of Darth Maul so far.
Yes. What are we doing next week? We got a little bit of excitement happening next week. We had a Star Wars movie for the first time in a while.
Yeah, we got to get ready for Mandalorian and Grogu. So we're gonna have some sort of recap of the end of season 3, maybe a little bit of like Zeb Oriolis for those who don't know Rebels. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be our
We're gonna go in.
Mandalorian and Grogu pre-show.
Yeah, and then we'll have a post show, obviously after we see it, with spoiler filled thoughts and things of that nature. And by that point, my God, May is almost done. But if there's anything Star Warsy that you
End
still
of
want
the
us to
week.
go over and talk about or do, let us know. Darth Maul, man, is seriously probably one of the, if not the best, character in Star Wars, almost, just for how tragic he is. And I think he's one of the best, well written and fleshed out characters in Star Wars. So I loved getting to talk about him. And they actually have his lightsaber hilt for $400 at, dang it, in Galaxy's
Galaxy's
Edge.
Edge.
I'm not spending
Yeah, I
that,
bought
but
2.
somebody will.
I didn't buy it.
Okay. The lines for that
Logan
was
has the plastic one.
I had the plastic
Yeah.
one as a kid. That's fine with me, man. I don't need $400 for that. Whew. Man, you see my bank account?
Well,
I got that.
for me, when we do these like going, character to character, it's like I like it because it helps me keep everything chronologically in my head because Star Wars is so all over the place.
It's
So
everywhere,
I like
yeah.
laying it out and being like, oh, this makes more sense. This is what happened. Okay. And
It
that's
does.
Darth Maul.
It really does, actually, kind of, especially seeing, when things took place, how close they were to certain events. Like Clone Wars took place at the same time as, Revenge of the Sith. And then we're 2 years before finding Luke Skywalker on Tatooine. And we get Maul lives that long, for example, right? Like he saw Anakin as a kid and he lived up until right before he was
Like
this
50.
close to seeing the Empire fall almost. But unfortunately for him, he just was too filled with rage.
He let revenge eat him alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he died on a desert planet.
Kanan was so close, but I'm glad we got Ezra in live action and Sabine in live action. I'm really pumped for
And
those.
we're going to get more of them.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering, is what's going to be the fate of Devin, for example? Are we going to get her in live action at some point?
Yeah.
That's really cool that we're getting these characters.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
especially because she's so. Well, I also wonder a Lawson son. What is going to become of him? He saw that the Empire was evil. His mom is part of the Empire. Is he going to try to fight the Empire from the inside? Is he going to be just hanging out with Maul from now on? Like what? Like Maul loves collecting children.
Yeah, is he going to become? Is he going to run Spice or something like that? Like what does become of him? I'm curious.
Maybe he joins Hondo Naka's crew.
Maybe we are all Lawson's son when we go and get the coaxium.
Coaxium. I think I owe Hondo even more money. Sergio was our pilot, or one of our pilots.
Yeah, oof. We were not piloting very well the other day. We hit a lot and only it was we had a few beers at us at that point. All right. Okay. They were letting us we was spicing and driving. All right.
You can never drink and drive the Millennium Falcon, kids.
I'm telling you, the thing's already a piece of junk. It holds up pretty well, but I don't recommend flying it around some TIE fighters.
Yes, definitely a bad idea.
Oh, God. Anyways, everybody, check us out. Make sure you subscribe if you've stuck around. Thank you for listening. And we will be back next week. Let us know if there's any Star Wars lore that you are looking forward to. And we will see you guys very, very soon. May the Force be with you. Why don't you just